Hi everybody, it's Kelly, also known on Twitter as KellyAnn1977, and I'm doing a small vlog. I'm just going to have my phone turned the other way. So Sunday, I decided, September 2nd, to go ahead and start our room. At school. So I went ahead and for my human bio class, which this is an article that my teacher wants me to read on stem cells. I don't have the book, so I had to watch a lot of YouTube. I watched about 3 YouTube videos on cells and stem cells. I watched the video that the teacher gave to us, and I also did my own research, like Science in the News, that she just gave me this article to read from April 2018. And I was able to go ahead and answer my discussion questions, which were 3 of them. The last part was, how do I feel about stem cell studies, dealing with medications and medical processes. So at the end of it, I said that I do believe in it, and that without stem cell research and researchers, we wouldn't be able to right now make hearts or livers or something else that the body needs if they can't find you a match. And we wouldn't be able to take an organ from another human and put it into another human. They do use these stem cells and inject it into the heart and into the person's bloodstream. And this helps the heart heal, or your liver or your kidney heal properly, and helps it to function correctly. Now, say you go in and you have to get a kidney because you're an alcoholic. If you go ahead, even within 6 months, a year, and you start drinking, your liver can then misfunction and reject it. They do say for a lung, it's the same way. If you need another lung for some reason, they do tell you you have to switch, cannot smoke anymore, and you cannot drink ever. But usually within a year, if your body hasn't rejected it and it's working properly, you should be okay. We also use stem cells to make grafted skin for burn victims. I found out we need this to do studies on Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, people with diabetes 1, people with spinal cord injuries, spinal bifida. So this research helps a lot of different individuals, and they just started to do research now to try to see if they can cure cancer with stem cells, which is really cool. I did learn during my research that when we first started to research this, we were doing it when a woman had an abortion. And we did not ask the woman as scientists. We just took the embryo or what was there, and we started doing stem studies with it. I do know that after you deliver a child, they do the same thing with what is remaining, and you can also bank the blood for your child in the future. So I found out a couple of other different things about this. So I haven't gotten a grade on it, but the teacher, said thank you for me posting 2 days early, and it was the holiday, and for me to read this article, give her my thoughts. I took my test. It was timed on the internet. You had 20 minutes to do it. It was 10 questions. It's an open book test. I don't have a book. I had 11 seconds to turn it in when I was done, and I got a 70, so I only got 3 questions wrong. I don't know how this class works. I can't review it yet. I'm hoping by next Tuesday I'll be able to review it so that I know what I got wrong on it, because our final exam is, I'm guessing, going to be the same way, where it'll be timed and we'll have a certain amount of questions from each chapter. As far as I know, there are 15 chapters to this book, but again, I don't have the book. I was able to order it today. I rented it. I only have $44 voucher to buy this book. I was able to use the voucher this time because I rented my other book a week ago, where I used my credit card information. So since it went through and it's on file, they allowed me to use my voucher this time. So this is the one I rented for my technical writing and research class. This has 21 chapters to it. So on that class, I started Friday doing work in that one. So I had to take a picture of my profile on CCV Moodle, and then I had to read an article of how to professionally write a profile and what pictures is appropriate for it. And I did that, and I had to again take a screenshot, put it in Word together, the old one and the new one, and then give it to the teacher as an assignment. So I was able to do that. Now I have to read chapters 1 and 2 of this book, and then I have to write a hospice. I can't pronounce the word right, but it's like an idea you're trying to prove of how to find a lost cell phone. I'm not quite sure what these chapters are going to tell me about how I can find a lost cell phone, but we will find out. It has to be on Moodle and the discussion as an outline. You don't need to source your sources because it is an outline. And she wants it to be at least 1 page long. I am not sure if I'm supposed to write it APA or MLA because she didn't say. But since this is a technical class with technology, I'm going to do it in APA, and hopefully that's correct. So I have until Saturday to do that. Chapters 1 and chapter 2 together is 36 pages long. Doesn't sound like, oh, that's a big deal, but for a person who has dyslexia, I have audio dyslexia, visual dyslexia, and written expression disorder, which is dyslexia. Reading is very difficult for me. So I would do my best to get through this book. I'm not going to do it today because my computer broke yesterday. As I was saying, Sunday, I was done with one of my assignments at 1:13 in the morning. I got off of ccv.com. I went to YouTube. I watched 2 small videos. I turned off my computer. I went to bed. I woke up the next day at 11. I played a few hours of games on my cell phone, and when I went to go on my computer at 2 in the afternoon, it wouldn't stay on. My husband worked on it for 5 hours. It could have been an update that didn't take properly. There's some update that I keep getting that says it's a critical update and it's going to fix things. And it seems to be this one type that I have a difficult time with. So I got my computer November of last year. Within 4 months, my husband had to wipe the hard drive. He had to reset everything just like it came from the factory. 3 weeks ago, the same thing happened, and it happened to be this update that says critical that doesn't register my AMD drivers, and it deletes them on me. 3 weeks ago, he couldn't fix it by just putting the driver back, so he had to wipe it again, and redo everything, which took about 4 or 5 hours. Then he had to update all my drivers one by one manually. Now the same thing has happened. We couldn't get it to stay on long enough to wipe it again. So we took it to a computer place that my husband knows, and we had to put a $75 deposit down so that the guy would just look at it and tell us what's wrong with it. It could be the update, or it could be the processor is no good now. Since we haven't had it a full year, and that would be ridiculous for a $1,200 computer. So we'll see what's going on with that. So I just jumped on my husband's laptop real quick, checked our bank account, and then I checked CCV to see if anybody posted or responded to me. And I'll do that tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to take a guy a couple of days at least to figure it out and fix it. Hopefully there's some kind of warranty. I don't care if it's like a 60-day warranty on it. But unfortunately there was nothing that my husband could do. And this is his laptop that he has. And this is a gaming laptop. He paid about $800 for this. He built this. This is only a gaming laptop. It has no Word or anything like that. It's just for games. And it cost $3,000 for all the pots and everything to build this. When he was still at CCV, he got an A for this project. And this is his old laptop. It's 10 years old. But unfortunately, it doesn't belong to me. I would have to memorize his password for it. I would have to try to remember all my passwords for things that I go on, and I still can't do what I want with it. Having just purchased a game for 80 bucks, I want to be able to play it. You know, I do have a cheap tablet. I have the Nintendo Switch. I'm waiting for my card to come in because I didn't know I needed an SD card to play games, so I can't actually use this yet. I have my cell phone, but sometimes I like to play a video game, and I was in the middle of playing a horror video game a couple nights prior to this, and I wanted to finish it last night, and I couldn't. So it was very hot. It felt like it was 95 out, so it was very hot in the house. We only have fans. About time 2 o'clock rolled around, you know, we're hot, we're sweaty, we're moody. Too hot to eat, so we went and we got pizza from Domino's. And unfortunately, he just wasn't able to fix it. It was overheating, so he cleaned this fan. And then he had to clean out my computer, spray it down. He forgot to do it 2 months ago when we moved. So it had a lot of dust in it. It was making the fan work harder and making it overheat. But that wasn't the problem because it kept turning off after that, after it cooled down. So hopefully today I can find out what is going on so that I can get my computer back, because officially I started school today. I am very happy that basically I have one class completely done. But I can't even go on and use my phone to even see what I need to do for the following week. I did order my book 2-day delivery, so they will process this tomorrow, and I should have it Friday. And I had no problem with that book getting it in 2 days. So this way I'll have my books. So I don't know what's going on with the financial aid. I started talking to Tina last Tuesday about it. And she said I didn't have to go and make an appointment and go up there, waste my time. That I could do it because it's my last year. I graduate next summer, 2019. That I could just tell her what I wanted for each semester because I go all year round. And she still hasn't done anything. She hasn't. I've written to her 2 times now. We talked once on Tuesday where she said no need to come up when I was asking questions about the loan, and that I could just tell her what I needed through an email. And that she prints out the email and staples it to the loan because I'm not there to sign it. Okay, fine. I responded to her 2 seconds later, since this is my last year, what is my maximum amount I can take out. They like you to take out under $10,000, but you can take out more if you need it. Unfortunately, because I'm a science major, the $700 that I get for my books for fall and spring goes towards my tuition. So I actually pay anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 for my books, and I pay about $2,500 for the rest of my tuition that I don't get in my financial aid. That leaves me with just like $5,000 to live off of for the year. Not a lot of money. So I wanted to know what was the maximum. She never responded to me. I waited 2 days. So finally Thursday I wrote back. I told her the amounts I wanted for each term, and I still haven't heard back from her. I was guessing that they were closed Friday because of the holiday, and they were closed Monday. So I'm going to give her until tomorrow. If I don't see an email from her by 2 o'clock, I will be calling up there. And me and my husband already talked about it, and we are going to be doing a complaint in written form to figure out why this has taken so long, why she's not responding to my emails. She works in front of the computer. She knows when she has emails. She knew I was going to be writing her back. It's not like she didn't expect it. This is what she told me to do. Because this isn't the first time I ask questions. I never get a response or a correct answer. When I asked 2 years ago, how come I couldn't order my books until my student loan was filled out, she just said that's the way we do things. Then when I questioned again, because I only had $44 in my account, which is supposed to come out of my financial aid, she told me that's all I have available for this semester because I didn't do my student loan. Okay, fair enough. I didn't do my student loan because I didn't pick my classes until 2 weeks before class was going to stop. That is my fault. But you said we could do it through the internet. I did through the internet, email. Still don't know nothing. So I have to get this done sometime this week, so that I definitely will get my money on week 5 or 6. Because I've never failed a semester. I get my money before everybody else. And we only have enough money to live off of until around that time. So I need my money when it's supposed to come. I have to pay this money back. It is not free money. It is a loan. And then a few weeks later, my husband will get his. So it helps us just to be able to get by. And with the moving, well, you know, we have a couple of extra bills now. You know, the first month we were here, it cost $15 to do laundry. We just did laundry, which cost $17. In a couple more weeks, we're going to have to do laundry again. So now laundry is costing us about $30, $35 a month. Instead of, you know, $15 that we thought it would be. It's still a little bit more money. Hopefully our electric bill is a little bit lower, since today and yesterday we've been using all the fans, but it's been pretty mellow for a couple weeks without the humidity. So hopefully our electric will go down, which would be nice. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'll just show you what the pizza from yesterday looked like. So the one with all the toppings is the Z Veggie something. It has 4 meats and 4 vegetables. And then the other one has Alfredo sauce with the pepperoni and salami. And that's what we ended up getting yesterday. We had 60 points to get a free pizza, and I didn't know they charged for Alfredo sauce. So it cost us $1.36 for a free pizza, which I don't agree with. It shouldn't be more money just because they offer 4 different kinds of sauces. I don't agree with that. I don't understand why it would be more money, but it is. And then we used the coupon online to get the $10 Supreme pizza. So it came to $12.25 altogether. If we were to have it delivered, we would have had to get something else because it has to be $12.50. They will not deliver, it's $12.25. And then they charge you a $3 delivery charge and then tell you you still have to tip the driver. By the time we would have been done doing all of that, I could have ordered an extra sauce, dipping sauce for 50 cents. But it would have cost us about $18 when we just walked over there and paid $12.25. A little ridiculous, but... And I only live 2 blocks away. So any thoughts about that? How Domino's does not have free delivery, and now they have where you have to spend $12.50 for the driver to deliver, and you have to give a tip? I do not agree with that. Your thoughts about that, or another company that does do that, please let me know. I would love to hear other people's thoughts about this. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.